So here's the new hose that we're using for the Shimano XT. I believe it's categorized as 8000, SMBH59. But basically we're just matching up the same banjo here, the connection. So this is the end that's important, that we make sure we have the correct end here, and it does match up the other one, so that's good. And this is bonded, so from the factory, and then this is going to be the end that we're going to cut and then connect to our brake lever here. So the rear brake, they give it to you nice and long, so it'll fit just about any bike. You can fit an extra large bike to a small bike. You could even put this on the front. You just have to cut whatever you need to fit on the front. All right, so this is our old hose. We're going to be taking it off here. If you want to be extra careful, which I recommend, you can remove your brake pads. That way, if you do get some spillage, even if it does just drip on the bottom, it could make its way on the inside and contaminate your pads. So let's go ahead and take these pads out first. So on this one, there's a little C-clip on this side. Looks like a bobby pin. Careful with that because this is easy to lose. Put that somewhere in a bowl. Then we can unscrew our little safety screw. And then these two we can pinch out. What's great about these Shimano XTs, the brake pads just come right off the top. And I just dropped the spring. There's a spring that goes in the middle. And this is a 4mm for this banjo on the hydraulic line. So I'll pull that guy out. So definitely, if you thought you were going to get away without bleeding your system, you're definitely going to have to bleed it now. I'd say tons of air got in there. So there's one O-ring here on this screw that goes against that side of the banjo, and then another one on the other side. Bring over our new line. So it's going to go just like that. So we do want an O-ring on both sides. We want it to sandwich this banjo. I'm going to install that O-ring. I'm going to hold it, put a finger there so that O-ring won't fall. I'm going to install the other one. You can probably do this over the table. So if you drop it, it drops onto the table, not on your semi-dirty floor like mine. And then I'm going to use the new hardware, which is this guy. We're going to run that through. And make sure you don't lose your O-ring. That's great. Okay. And we're going to go the same direction. If your line is going that direction, that's how we want to install it. Because you could install it going up a little bit. You can put whatever angle you need to, so it creates the straightest line possible, so to limit the possibility of kinks in there. So get that finger started. Get at least 1 to 2 revolutions. Then I know I'm in. Then I can go ahead and start with my tool. And this O-ring's kind of coming out. Just push that O-ring back in, make sure the other O-ring's looking in good shape, staying in one spot. And then if you have to go back, we can go back and change the angle a little bit. But before we do that, we'll get this connected and then we'll start routing the line, and that will tell us where it needs to go as well as what the angles should look like. So in this guy, I'm sure there's a torque setting for this. Right now I'm just gonna do it gently. Now I want this guy to stay relatively straight or even slightly down. So I'm going to hold pressure there while I tighten as I'm pushing down, counter pushing and tighten. So I'm probably putting about 5 to 6, maybe 7 Newton-meter of torque on that. And then just go and wipe up any excess drip. So that wasn't too bad. Nothing on the frame. When in doubt, you can spray your frame down, give it a wipe down with some isopropyl alcohol.